Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn and Aries connection reading. And this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not, as that may be meant for someone else. All right, so we're going to get our animal oracle cards and we're going to look at what you may possibly be struggling with within the relationship. We're going to look at current energies or what you may need to look at in the relationship. And then we're going to look at future energies that may possibly be coming in for you. I'm going to use my vice versa tarot where there's images on both sides, and then we'll get some clarifiers and close out with an oracle. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, please feel free to check out the links down below. All right, so Capricorn and Aries. Capricorn and Aries. What's going on with Capricorn and Aries? What are they struggling with? All right. We have watch and wait. Current energies, what you may need to look at. We have spirit has your back. And then future energies, we have learn from the past. Bottom of the deck, we have slow and steady wins the race. That's what I was kind of feeling like, is slowing things down within the relationship, kind of watching and waiting and seeing what happens. Maybe, for some reason, I'm thinking that maybe are you waiting for an Aries to come in? That maybe you're interested in an Aries, or an Aries is on your mind and that you're kind of waiting for that person to come in. But I feel like it's kind of watching and waiting and seeing what happens and not trying to push anything or force anything. That I feel like it's somebody that you've been with before, or it could be a current relationship where you're like kind of, you want that person to be on the same level that you're at, but you're kind of getting frustrated with that. But to learn from the past that when you've tried to push things, it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. And to just go slow and steady because everybody moves within life at their own speed, and sometimes someone else's pace is not, matching what we have, or maybe sometimes we're slower. So I feel like there's a disconnect with the speed or the pace. Yeah. All right. The Ace of Wands, we have the Devil card, we have the King of Wands, and then we have the Two of Cups here. We have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Three of Swords. Future energies, we have the Five of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles, and we have the Eight of Swords. We have the Hermit on this side, and then on the bottom of the deck we have the Three of Pentacles. I'm going to flip that one over so we can see it. And we have the Hermit. I feel like you have to do a lot of inner work within yourself. I feel like you have to look within to find some answers with this situation. All right. I feel like there's some good that comes from this, because we have this flower that's growing behind this person as they're looking at the three spilt cups, but there's two cups that are up here and there's the rose there. All right, so for what you may possibly be struggling with, we have watch and wait. We have the Ace of Wands, which has that lightning bolt going through it, right? So definitely there's some conflict, there's some frustration, there's some fighting, there's some irritating, there's some toxic energy going on in this relationship right here with the Devil card. That also can represent Capricorn. We have this chain right here, and it's connected to the two people, right? And this person, the Devil here, is kind of controlling the situation. I just feel like there's some toxic energy going on here. We have the King of Wands, so that could represent Aries. I just feel like there's definitely some negative energy going on here. I almost feel like you need to watch and wait and see how things play out. This could be your own frustration with what's happening or what's not happening. I feel like there's definitely negative energy around here with this side of the Ace of Wands. Things aren't happening the way that you want them to. I'm not sure exactly, because this is a general reading, it's a lot of different things that kind of come into my mind, but there's definitely toxic energy around here, controlling, especially with the King of Wands there, overbearing, frustration, irritation, impatience. So I feel like the watch and wait here is kind of like, you don't want to watch and wait. You don't want to wait for things to happen. You want things, you want things to happen now, but I feel like it's not, and it's kind of not happening the way that you want it to, because maybe you are pushing something, maybe you are trying to forcing things. For current energies, or what you need to look at, we have the Two of Cups. So I really like that one. So I feel like that represents the relationship, and it's coming together, and they're touching hands, right? They're seeing eye to eye. There's the star here. There's the snakes that are intertwining. And I feel like it's kind of that communication, but it's at nighttime. So I feel like it's not totally clear, right? I feel there is a connection between you and this person, but I definitely feel that, sometimes we have those relationships with people that there's like this chaos, there's this toxicity to it, but yet there's still this kind of connection with this person. Sometimes it can be an unhealthy connection, right? It can not be a good connection, but it's almost like it's like fire and water, or oil and water, right? It's like sometimes when the relationship is good, it's really good, and when the relationship is bad, it's really bad. We have the Eight of Wands, and then we have this Three of Swords here, and we have the three swords that are stabbing the shield. It's right in the heart. We've got the broken, torn up rose here, right? It's all torn apart. It's the leaves. Hurt, right? There's a lot of hurt. I do feel that there's hurt just because of this energy that's over here, right? There's a lot of, and it's raining out, sadness, right? But yet you still feel this connection. I just feel like there's this back and forth, like it's like, oh, that person that you love, and you 1 minute you love them, or next 1 minute everything's going great, and then the next minute, it gets crazy. Future energies, we have the learn from the past, right? Learn from the past within this relationship. And is this something that maybe you had this breakup with this person, and then this person comes back in, and you keep opening the door to the person, and every time you give that person that chance, and then it's like it ends up in the same position. And learning from the past, is this just like a merry-go-round that you're on? Is this something that keeps going round and round and round? I feel like you really need to look within and say, is this really the energy that I want to be in? Is this really the relationship that I want to have? With this Eight of Swords here, the ropes are tied loosely around herself, and she can easily grab the sword, and she can easily cut those ropes. And we have the eagle, which is flying in, which represents success and freedom. And the freedom is yours. The choice is yours. I feel like you need this for this future energy. I feel like it's time for you to reflect. And what is your harvest? What makes you happy, right? What fulfills you? Is it this relationship? I feel like you need to take back control, and you need to take a handle on this situation, and that you can free yourself from this situation if you want. Freeing yourself from this situation, that's all dependent on what you feel. Is it communicating with this person? Is it working this relationship out? Is it walking away from the relationship? Like, you have to look within, and you have to find that answer as, what is it that you want? What is it that you want to have happen? And then work on that, right, to make that happen. What do you feel is important to you? And maybe this also can represent you just kind of taking that time and figuring out what it is that you want to have happen, and then when you're ready, you'll make your move. right? I feel that there's a lot of hurt, there's a lot of letdown, but I do feel that there's still a connection between this person and you, but it's up to you on what it is that you want to have happen. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is that slow, steady progress, right? Slow, steady progress, and then we have the slow, steady wins the race with the turtle. We have the Six of Swords, which is moving to calmer waters. I feel like the waters have been really rocky between the two of you, and it's like, how do you make those waters calmer, and how do you get there? We have the Five of Swords, where he's standing on the rock and he's putting his sword up and he's like, I'm going to be victorious and I'm going to choose what's best for me and I'm going to leave this behind me, right? Whatever that represents for you. Magician, I love the Magician because it's you taking control of the situation with this relationship, right? That you have your own power within this relationship, right? You have to know that. You have to believe that. You have to focus on that and figure out what it is that you want. We have the Devil card again, so we have Capricorn again. So I feel like this is a big message for Capricorn. It's like coming into your own strength and your own power, right? I kind of feel here this is more like the powerful one. I feel this one over here is the toxic energy, and then I feel this one over here is coming into your own power and your own strength. That maybe you've given it away to the Aries over here. We have a Page of Pentacles, and I feel like that's good, positive changes because you're coming into your own power and your own strength. Hierophant, so I feel like it's that belief in yourself, having that strong base. Like I said, maybe is it working on this relationship so that you feel that the connection and the base of this relationship is stronger, that you get past all of this kind of craziness over here. We have Five of Pentacles, which is temporary hardship. This is just temporary. Like I said, it could be that you're waiting until the time is right because you are trying to figure out what it is that you want to work on and what it is that you want to do, and you're taking that time to learn from the past. That you're not rushing into anything, but you're also seeing things from a different perspective. I love this card because the Eight of Pentacles is that he's taking a closer look at the pentacle, and I feel like it's you taking a closer look at the relationship and what's happened over the span of this relationship, the time that you've been together with this Aries. What has that relationship looked like? What has it been? What has it felt like? Is the positive more than the negative? Does the good times outweigh the bad times? Eight of Pentacles also represents a new way of doing things. It's a new way of looking at things, but it's also a new way of doing things. And I feel like it's, if this relationship is going to move forward, I feel like there's a lot of adjustments that need to be made. There's a lot of changes that need to be made within each of you. And that's something that the two of you are going to have to work on to build that steadier foundation within this relationship. But I feel like you have to wait until the time is right to decide what it is that you want to do before you can move forward, and not move forward in a false energy. We have Two of Swords. So that's exactly what I was just saying, is that does the good outweigh the bad? Does the positive outweigh the negative? I feel like the Two of Swords is you're not ready to make a decision yet. You're comparing, okay, the positive and the negative, the good and the bad. You're looking at the relationship from all different sides. You're looking at it from the past. You're looking at it from the current energy. You're looking at it towards the future. It's like really taking that time to see the perspective and see if this is a relationship that you want to continue to pursue. I don't see the Tower and I don't see the Eight of Cups. So, but that's a decision that you need to make. But I do feel that you want it to be calmer. I feel like it's very kind of choppy, you know, because the Six of Swords is going from choppy waters and a lot of stuff going on to wanting to go to calmer waters, wanting things to be smoother, wanting things to be better. I feel like it's wanting to see things eye to eye, right? To have that connection with that person and working together as a friendship and a partnership, and not as opposing each other or feeling like you're stuck in a relationship or you're chained to the other person, right? So I feel like there's definitely a lot for you to think about and a lot for you to work on, and I feel like that's why that's there. And when you're ready, then you'll make your move. But I feel like, again, it's focusing on what is the harvest for you, what is fruitful for you, what is best for you. What makes you feel fulfilled? Is it staying in the relationship? Is it working on the relationship? Is it leaving the relationship? You know, what is that that's best for you? And I feel like you're not at the point where you're ready to make a decision, that you have to take time out for that. We have the moon. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. And that's what I'm saying is, what do you feel inside, especially with the Hermit card there? What is it that you feel inside? Get in tune with that. Listen to it. Hear it. And that will give you your answers, right? That will push you in that direction of what it is that you want to do, for you to grab the knife and to cut yourself free. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.